Again, I ask, who doesn't love a hack? I know I do, you know I do. So let's get to it. Here are 5 decluttering hacks for your home. Okay, number 1 is to start small. Okay, don't automatically jump to that huge space in your house. Say your closet is like your nemesis right now. Don't start with that, right? You're kind of setting yourself up for failure. You're like trying to scale a mountain. There's a reason that you haven't done it already. It's already kind of a headache. Start small. By starting small, you're gonna gain some momentum. You're gonna feel good. You'll reward yourself a little bit. You'll kind of like just be dipping your toe in the water, right? And it's going to be the momentum you need to do bigger projects like that, right? So start small. The second thing is use a timer, okay? So even if you're starting small, if you're still overwhelmed and you're thinking like, what am I doing? How long do I have to do this? How long is this gonna take me? By setting a timer, you can kind of set those parameters. Set a timer for an hour, set a timer for 30 minutes, set a timer for 10 minutes. The time can depend on how much time you have, right? But by setting that, you will be able to kind of control it, feel more in control, right? And it won't seem as daunting. If you're like, okay, I know I'm gonna be only doing this for 30 minutes. It just seems like it's like more bite-sized, like you're biting off, not more than you can chew. You're biting off just the right amount. You know you'll be able to accomplish something in those 30 minutes, right? And you're dedicating that time. So you're not just walking into a space and again, just kind of like aimlessly, like, what am I doing here? It kind of just, it makes you focus, right? It forces you to focus. So use that timer. Y'all know I've talked about using timers for everything. I just think it's very beneficial. It just shifts your mindset and again, it's just a hack, right? So it kind of like hacks our brain into thinking of things differently. And you'll be shocked. So maybe by the end of that timer, you've accomplished all of it, or maybe you haven't, but you've like still gained momentum. It's just a win. It's a win-win, right? Okay. The third thing is related to time as well. So if something is going to take you less than 1 minute to do it. You're like, okay, what are you talking about? Putting away your shoes when you walk in your house and take them off. Hanging up your coat. I am not hanging up any coats. Y'all, it's like mid-90s right now. Feels hotter than the sun. It's freaking brutal. Anyways, those things that take less than a minute, throwing out a piece of trash or taking the trash out, these are things that are gonna help not only like declutter your space right now, but keep it from getting cluttered in the future, which is, that's what we wanna do, right? I mean, this is just simple stuff, but it's also going to be very beneficial, and it's gonna set up new patterns, new ways of doing things, new systems that are gonna be beneficial for you. So what's another task that can take less than a minute? I'm trying to think, like the toys for your kids, having them do that, you get it. Those quick, easy tasks that sometimes we wanna put off, but by putting off those decisions, they just get harder to make. I've said this before, but clutter is nothing but postponed decisions. It's decisions we didn't know how to make, we didn't want to make, et cetera, et cetera. But by postponing them more, they just get harder to do. You guys know, you know, just rip the Band-Aid off, do it, you'll be better off for it. Number 4, use the 4-box bag, whatever you want to use system, okay? So you're gonna have 4 things, 4 boxes, 4 bags, 4 piles. So when you are going through something, when you're decluttering something, you're gonna put them in one of these 4 boxes, piles, bags, okay? Number 1 is something to keep. You're keeping it in that designated space, right? So let's say it's your closet, okay? You are keeping it in your closet. The second box is something that you're either going to donate or sell, okay? It's leaving your home. The third box is something you're throwing it away, okay? And the 4 is a relocate box. So I said closet, but actually let's talk about a linen closet. This is a good example because so often things just get thrown in there like you just don't know why. You have a pet rabbit, its food is in there. You have linens for your guest room. You have kids' bath toys. You know what I'm saying, right? Okay, so you're going through that linen closet, okay? You take everything out, and you're automatically, it's easy to know the things you want to toss usually, okay? So you're putting that aside. The other stuff you're keeping, you know this is designated for that space. It's a towel, it's extra sheets, it's stuff that should be in that linen closet, right? That other stuff, like I said, rabbit food, let's put it in the relocate pile, okay? And then maybe it's, like I said, maybe it's bath toys. Your kids no longer take baths, let's put it in the donate pile, or maybe you're gonna sell it. So that's kind of a breakdown of that 4-box system, and it makes it so much easier to digest, right? And it's like a map, and it's a mission. Now you've got a plan for what you're gonna do, right? Instead of just being like, what do I do with all this stuff? I don't know. You know, it's just helpful. It's a hack. It's a hack. The last one, this is not specific to your home necessarily, but kind of. Okay, so number 5 is your digital life, okay? So you want to make sure to focus on that digital life, whether it's your phone or maybe it's your computer, going through emails, unsubscribing to newsletters you no longer care to follow. Maybe it's deleting files that you don't use or pictures. I've said this before, but if you missed it, what I do is set an alert, set an event in my calendar on my phone that says delete previous month's pictures. I have it fall on the last day of the month. That is my just kind of heads up for going through, because otherwise, like, you're taking pictures on your phone, on your camera, whatever, and how often do you actually go back and look through them? My husband has thousands of pictures. It's like his thumb is covering up something, or it's the back of like our child's head, and it's like, because he has space on his phone, I guess he just doesn't care to go through it. But you will feel better when it's less cluttered, right? So going through, making it an event on your calendar, or even just trying to be mindful of like, okay, this is what I do on the first Sunday of the month. You can do however you want to do it to remind yourself to also not forget about and neglect that digital clutter. So I hope these 5 hacks are helpful for you. If you have more, please let me know. I'm always loving to hear hacks. I hope they're beneficial. I hope that this is going to help you not only declutter your life, but keep that clutter from re-entering your home. If you liked videos like this, please hit that subscribe button right now, and so you'll never miss a thing. I'll talk to you guys soon.